Welcome to CoatingsCast, the ultimate podcast dedicated to the science, art, and innovation of liquid and fluid applied roofing, coatings for surfaces, and waterproofing. It's time to roll up our sleeves, put on our lab coats, and dive headfirst into the world of liquid protection that keeps your roofs and surfaces in prime condition. The future is here, and it's liquid, so don't miss out. This is CoatingsCast, where every drop counts in the world of roof and surface protection. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to CoatingsCast. My name is Megan Ellsworth here at CoatingsCoffeeshop.com, and I'm so excited. I have my friend Giovanny here from Sherwin-Williams and Kool Seal, and we're talking about roofing in the Caribbean. So, hi, Giovanny. How are you?
Hey, Megan. Thank you for the opportunity of doing Chile. This week, I'll be working here. Some Kool Seal University, so it's a roof coatings university.
Very cool.
We have the opportunity to certify contractors.
That is amazing.
Thank you, Megan.
Okay, so let's dive right in. Can you tell us a little bit about you and your history?
Just a little bit about my background. I started with Sherwin-Williams 20 years ago.
Wow.
And I got involved with the roofing coatings group on 2019. Prior to that, I had the opportunity to work as the export manager for Sherwin-Williams, where coincidentally I worked with different projects overseas. So this gave me the exposure to meet people from the roofing industry. So that's why later in 2019, I had the opportunity to be part of the roofing coatings group of Sherwin-Williams, which consists in Kool Seal and the other brands.
Wow.
Flex and GeoCell, correct.
Okay.
That's my background and how I landed in this big industry of the roofing coatings.
Wow. Okay, so can you give us a little background on Kool Seal as a company?
Sure. Kool Seal is a company that started back in like over 100 years ago, and then same as Uniflex.
Wow.
And they were acquired by Sherwin-Williams in 2006. So this is a company that's been for a long time in the industry. And same as Sherwin-Williams. So Sherwin-Williams just acquired them, and we've been long. That's what I can tell about roofing coatings and Kool Seal specifically.
Okay, cool. I didn't know it was had such a long history, Kool Seal, like over 100 years. That's amazing.
Yes, it's great. Yes. That's what makes us, stronger, and we've been in the market. So there's no way that we're gonna do something we're gonna do our best to stay in the market.
Yeah, absolutely. So the area you oversee includes not just different regions, but many individual countries. Can you describe what it's like to work with so many different cultures and countries?
Sure. Just to give you a little bit of the region that I cover is the Caribbean, the Central American area. Now it's Mexico, and I had a couple of assignments to Asia Pacific, so Guam and Saipan. So basically, the roof coatings group, the international market, is handled by my person.
Okay.
So it's very interesting. The question that you had is very interesting because you have to consider that, especially Caribbean, Central America, or Mexico, we're talking about different economies, right? So it's not the same to sell a premium product in the US, which our capacity to spend is bigger. So, however, big companies, they prefer American or North American products, in this case, Kool Seal. So I think the main differentiator is quality. So we also have to consider, you already mentioned cultural backgrounds, or in this case, in some places like in Puerto Rico, I can mention Puerto Rico because it's the biggest country and it has the potential due to also the relationship with the US, right?
Right.
But they also like to use products manufactured here in the island in Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
So I would say, like in every other market, those are our challenges. People prefer to support companies that are made in the same land.
Yeah.
Same thing happens in the other islands where they have other products, like they are regional products. So I would say those are the challenges that we have.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
Hope
what a
I answered your
beautiful,
question.
yeah, you did. What a beautiful area that you oversee.
Yes, it
Not
is.
too shabby.
But that's another thing that we only when we travel for pleasure, we see the nice places and not
Yeah.
the challenges. But it's really nice, and you
Yeah.
get to learn a lot from from the people, from the industry, from government, because every single country, even though they are really small, but they have different regulatory systems.
Yeah.
So some of our products or some of the U.S. products cannot be sold in some islands,
Okay.
or in some of the islands can be, and in some of the islands there's a lot of red tape. So you have to deal with a lot of the cultural things involved that it's not easy to handle just one business.
Yeah, no, that it doesn't sound easy. Lots of different
Yeah.
regulations across different countries. And I mean, you're overseeing Central America, the Caribbean, and parts of the South Pacific. That's a lot of different countries, like you mentioned.
Yes.
What are some challenges you face when it comes to storms in that area? It's part of life. How do they affect the work you do and the type of roofing used in the Caribbean region, maybe specifically?
Sure. And we are exposed to natural disasters, and as you could see in the news, and I would say every year we have something new.
Yeah.
We don't know where it's going to hit, and the advantage that I can say for Kool Seal is or Uniflex, either or, that our distribution channels, specifically Sherwin-Williams, we are located in all those islands, so it makes us easier to react faster than other companies. When other companies are just relying on exporting as they go, we have locations. I know that it could be more costly if our Sherwin-Williams stores or the other distribution channels are affected.
Right.
But I think that our strength is our distribution channels and the sales force that we have.
Yeah.
So, or let's say if some of the islands is affected, we have another country that is close by that it could help. So I think it's the logistically we have the advantage.
Yeah.
And that's why it makes us maybe key of the success is that Kool Seal and the other Sherwin-Williams brands are growing is due to the sales force and logistics that we have. That's what I can say as a plus.
Yeah. What are the types? What would you say is the most popular type of roofing system down there?
Okay, something that is different, and the whole, I would say, Latin American architecture and the islands is concrete. Because usually the roof, some of them, they don't have roofs, they just have a slab of concrete. So what gives us the opportunity to this new niche, just the silicone market.
Yeah.
So that's what we are growing. And I would say the system that is in trend is silicone right now. Okay. And that's why the sales that we have is through our brands with Kool Seal, Tundra. And since you already mentioned the silicone Tundra is the product most sold in the whole Caribbean and this whole Central America. So maybe that's what it makes different. And another thing would be prior to the silicone, what they were doing is this membrane, the asphaltic membrane. So since we have systems and if the silicone is suitable to those membranes, we also apply over those membranes. So that's why we are growing in a really fast pace.
Yeah. Yeah. What would you say are some of the differences? Like, I know you mentioned the concrete, but the differences not only culturally between the United States and the different areas you oversee, but also roofing system wise. Like, what are the main differences between the roofing systems in the US and the roofing systems down there in the Caribbean?
Difference. Uh, I would say that in the commercial sector here in the U.S., we have different type of structural systems, right? Like let's say the insulated APDM, it's insulated with membrane TPO, and in the Caribbean countries, or let's say Mexico, we also have those. What maybe we were not used to see as we see now is the coatings, and that's why our opportunity. I would say that there's not a big difference. Maybe it's the amount or the quantity that we have. So in the U.S., it's biologic is like it's massive construction. So we have a variety of different type of systems. Okay. So I would say it's the same, but with in a different. I would say different size, different.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay, so how does, kind of going back to the storms, how does Kool Seal and Uniflex stand up against storms? Because I know they're great products. Can you kind of talk about their storm weather system?
Okay, first just to clarify, there's even though our systems have warranty involved, so we have systems that could go from 7, 10, 15 years or 20.
Yeah.
However, if it's a natural disaster, we cannot calculate the impact that this could have. But by experience, we can see that in constructions you have had a stand for years, and what we do, and usually is just correct the areas that were affected, and the rest usually they kept intact. They don't have any damage, so it's just few areas, and we cannot control. If some constructions they break apart in 2 pieces, 3 pieces, but I would say that our systems do and perform as we say that it will perform. So
yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I always love at trade shows seeing the products at work. You all always have really great demonstrations in your booth when applying things underwater and seeing the holes plug up. It's always just really satisfying, and it's good to see a product that works so well. So, what do you think roofing looks like in the Caribbean, Central America, in the future? Where is it moving towards?
Okay. As you mentioned in our presentations, and usually what we invest is in the partnership with contractors. Usually, they become our approved applicators, and we call our partners. We want our products to be used by contractors that know how to use it. So we don't want to be blamed by a contractor that doesn't know how to use our products. Now, answering your question, the second part of this answer would be, we invest and we try to be on the trend of technology, right? Before, as I knew, we only had acrylic elastomerics, and then the trend came the siliconized system. So now we have a siliconized system, something more complex. We also have polyurethane foam, which goes as a system with either the acrylic elastomeric or the silicone. And now we are introducing in 2 months the urethane. So we're trying to. So this is something new, and maybe we promoted in our national sales meeting in January. So urethanes are going to be available. So we try to be in the trend. As it evolves. So that's what we are doing now. And so that will be the near future. I don't know what is going to be next, but we try to keep the trend, be in the trend. That's what I can say.
That's the foreseeable future, the one that's right in front of us. I love it.
Correct.
So you did kind of talk about training a little bit. Can you tell us a little bit about this university, Kool Seal University you're doing in Puerto Rico?
Correct. Usually, this is been we used to call in the US is Uniflex University. Then in the Caribbean, we called Roof Coatings University, where we present is a formal day of training to clients. We explain them how our system work, how the specifications are written, and how we can provide warranty. They have to apply also. So this is an experience that customers have the opportunity to test our products.
Okay.
So we build macaps, big macaps that simulate roofs, and where we have the chance to promote our sealants, to test our sealants, to use the Tramex to measure the moisture, and then also test them. They have to pass the test. So after we also our partnership with we have a partnership with spray equipment companies like Rake or Titan. So they will go same thing. They have to try the equipment. So it's very interesting, very educational, and especially in my markets, just to participate in bids, they have to at least have this type of certification by us. So they have to be certified by any manufacturer that does coatings.
Got it.
So we've been I can tell you about Puerto Rico. Last year we had 4 universities, and yes, the participation ratio goes from 45 to 65. So it's a big ratio of contractors. This Wednesday, we're going to have one in the city of Huánica, Puerto Rico, which is maybe almost 2 hours from San Juan. And we already have people working there. And right now I'm driving in 1 hour over there. So we're going to have, again, like 60 people. So that's the idea.
That's amazing.
And it's fun. It's what happens is people feel appreciated because a few companies spend the time, the products that we give to the customers, and we don't charge anything. So we could see that this type of formal trainings usually costs from $500. I can tell you here, the same type of trainings, they charge from $300 to $700. So we do it for free because we want our partners to feel the appreciation from our brands, Kool Seal in this case.
Yeah, that's great. And you said they take a test and they then walk away with a little certification.
Correct. That's what we do. We certify, and we've seen that. They feel like more confident on using it, and we can see that sales go up because of investment. They feel like the appreciation, and they know how to use our products.
Yeah,
because they can buy anywhere different type of products and technology, but they don't have the support that we can provide.
Yeah,
we have the sales force here. We have a big sales force here, and I would say in every island in the Caribbean.
Yeah.
So that's the plus that we have, I can tell you.
Well, that just is amazing, and I love the dedication Sherwin-Williams has to supporting and educating their customers, and that's just really cool that you all do that all across that whole area. It's not just Puerto Rico. How else can contractors access some of this expertise if they can't attend a university session?
Sure, they can contact us directly, and I'm the one who handles this, but they can contact Kool Seal, and we also updating our webpage, www.koolsealwarranty.com, the universities that we will be holding here internationally, I would say. Some other universities, are in the U.S., so I think the same type of training they can receive in the U.S., maybe Florida, North Carolina, South Carolina. So, but if they are interested in participating or expanding the business in the Caribbean, I can tell you there's great opportunities, especially if they partner with us.
Especially. Amazing.
I can tell you, yeah, I can tell you all the details if they partner with us. And no, there's a lot of opportunities, and this is a market that is is booming. It's booming. There's not going backwards. I mean, it's really it's exciting.
Yeah, it is exciting.
It is.
Well, thank you so much, Giovanny. Is there anything else you want the contractors out there to know about Kool Seal or Uniflex?
Sure. What I can say is that our brands, as I mentioned it before, we have the greatest backup. So in terms of security for any contractor, for any company, is that we're going to be there all the way long. So we're going to back up the systems that we promote. So that's what I can say. So the rest is maybe they know a lot of roofing, but we will be the best partners.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Absolutely. Well, thank you, Giovanny, for chatting with me. This has been fabulous.
Oh, thank you, Megan.
Absolutely. Everyone out there, go to the Kool Seal and Uniflex directory, the Sherwin-Williams directory on CoatingsCoffeeShop.com to learn more. And I believe you can find the link to sign up for a Kool Seal Uniflex University class there as well.
Okay. Thank you, Megan. Thank you for the opportunity and have a great day. Goodbye.
You too. Thanks for joining us on this coating adventure. Stay tuned for more episodes, and in the meantime, be sure to follow us on social media to stay updated with all things roof coatings. Until next time, stay coated. For more information, go to CoatingsCoffeeShop.com.